Good morning, everybody. The number one tool I believe every gardener and homesteader should have is the Midwest Vegetable Production Guide. The second, if you have fruit trees or fruit, the Midwest Fruit Production Guide. So those are the two books that you can get, and I'm going to put a link in the video there. But what do you do if you have spider mites? What do you do if you have aphids? What do you do for crabgrass control or Johnson grass control? What do you do for your garden or your home to help protect yourself? The Midwest Production Guide series is actually produced and sold through land-grant universities such as Ohio State, Michigan State, University of Illinois, Iowa State. These are all these land-grant universities. The work that they've done is there on behalf of us. That's why they're there. So let's take advantage of it. And you can download a lot of this, perhaps even for free. You'll find out when you go to the sites. I got mine through Michigan State University and perhaps also Ohio State University because I wanted a hard copy. And I think I paid around $25 a book. So that information, believe me, is invaluable. Now, the second thing I want to share with you, and this is somewhere where I sometimes lose them when it comes down to it, but I don't want you to be lost on it. The fact remains is I highly suggest you get the Midwest pesticide book as well that goes along with it. This here always scares people. They always get worried about it. They say, well, I'm an organic farmer. There is organic solutions. Well, let's just take a second and take a look at what this book offers, because if we have aphids, if we have a notorious problem, and you need to know do I need to get a lacewing? Do I need to get ladybugs? How do I get ladybugs established? How do I get this stuff? Because sometimes just putting ladybugs in and you don't have any, say, aphids for them to eat, I think they leave. I'm just being honest. I think they starve to death or they leave if they don't have their food for themselves. So these guys are predator bugs. So if you don't have a prey bug for a predator bug, I don't think you got anything to do it. Now, people use wasps a lot of times in their high tunnels because they would turn right around and kill the tomato worms. Again, you got to have tomato worms for them to stick around. So there's all these things that goes into gardening, and the Midwest Production Guide, Vegetable Production Guide, the Midwest Fruit Production Guide are tools for you. Please go to the description, look it up online, and go ahead, and I'll put links in there and get your own copy or download your own. I believe you're going to be a better homesteader, a gardener, because of this information. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd rather get my information from an accredited source, such as the Midwest Production Guidebooks in fruit and vegetables, over the top of just perhaps getting it through Facebook. No disrespect to them, but where someone says if you put one eggshell in with your tomato, you'll have no more blossom end rot. Come on, that's not. Let's just move on from that and let's get some good information on how we can fertilize our plants organically or inorganically. Let's get information how we can prevent insects and weeds and things like that through this guidebook, with plastic culture, without plastic culture. It's in there, folks. It's there for you to use. What's the plant spacing of peas? What's the plant spacing of rutabaga? We don't know, but the production guidebook knows. So like always, folks, if you like these types of videos, hit that like and subscribe. Come grow with us.